Okay, y'all, we're about to go live in just a second. Sorry, I was supposed to do this before we even got started, y'all. Crazy puns, crazy puns, crazy puns. Okay, so we're about to do some yes no readings. We're about to do some yes no questions. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, we're about to do some yes no questions. Yes no questions. All right. Sorry, I'm being a little crazy. Okay, we are done. We are done. Nope, don't add all them things. I swear, TikTok is hard headed. I said, do not add all those things. All right, yes, y'all. We're going live on TikTok as well. But they have all these rules. Like, I have to give a content disclosure if I'm going to mention anything about myself. So, let's get this going. Introduce myself. Live setup for client acquisition. Go live. Get complete 2 missions to build audience. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. Shoot. Okay. All right. We're about to get started, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what else I'm supposed to put on TikTok because they have so many rules. Okay. I did that. I did that. Oh, I know. I'm supposed to put the cue up. Man. Man. Okay. Fuller reading. Full. See, I like to be very clear on the words that we're using. I'm not going to say full reading because you're not getting a full reading. You're getting a fuller reading. I'm sorry, y'all. I really should have had this done. I usually have TikTok done first. Now I have that meme stuck in my head. The one where the guy made up a song based off of a text message interaction where the dude was like, "Do you have any cats?" Oh, man. Okay, so how to use Q. Unless you offer exclusive services, they can join your queue. Yes. Okay. Display your queue topic. I did. Was this helpful? No. No, it's not. How do they join it? I don't know, y'all. Okay. I'm supposed to have it. All right, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. It's getting hot in here. Hopefully that works. If that doesn't work, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. If that doesn't work, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, let me get chat. Let me get the chat connected over here. What's up, Twitch? What's up, Facebook? And what's up, YouTube? All right, you guys. So we are going to do yes, no questions. I have said my prayer of protection and peace and guidance. So let's welcome the crowd. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Do you have any kids? Hey, kitty. Hey, y'all. What's up? Okay, so we're going to do yes, no questions. If you got questions, ask. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. All right, so I'm going to open for yes, no questions. Oh man, I forget. Y'all keep doing relationship stuff. So let me say off the bat, I don't normally do relationship questions. I don't like relationship questions. Because you're talking about somebody else's energy, somebody else's free will. So I can tell you, yes, they will come back to you. And then what happens if they don't? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you were wrong. No, they have free will, free choice. See, it just told me that. They have free will, free choice. It's a yes card, okay? But we'll do it. We'll do. Let's put a limit on relationship questions. So it's 6:32. So up until 7 o'clock, I will entertain relationship questions, okay? Until 7 o'clock. Good morning, Daniel. I will entertain relationship questions. So at this moment, if you have a question, please put it below. I'm definitely not telling you about kids, honey. I'm sorry. Please no. I don't do medical. That's my main thing. I don't do medical. And y'all, I also don't do, I don't do medical. So no pregnancy. I'm not a medical intuitive. Like I don't know all the diagnoses and all those kinds of things. So I don't like to do those. But I'll do most other questions. So if you have questions about jobs, career, anything else that's plaguing you as far as like making a decision, those type of things, I can answer those questions. But I'm not good at medical. I won't say I'm not good because I don't know. I don't do them. Because again, if you be like, do I have cancer? And I go, nah, girl, you ain't got cancer. And then you go, no. All right. But anyway, thank y'all so much. Okay. So as of right now, I am taking questions. Please put a question there. Oh, Madison. Okay. I said I will entertain until 7 o'clock. So let me put my human self to the side because I don't like relationship questions. All right. Last time, and let me highlight this because last time I did the reading like the other day, a girl got on here and she talked about how her she did the whole thing like will so and so and I come back together, and when I got the card I was like, this feels like your karma. It feels like you pushed him away. It feels like you told him, no, you go ahead and do whatever you want then. And meanwhile, I'm getting it's his karma too because he went out and tried to find somebody else and was like, no, this wasn't what I wanted. Turns out this girl listened to a psychic. I don't like using that word. So I'm just say a psychic who told her her guy was cheating. And so she broke up with him on that psychic's advice. Y'all, there are some messy readers on every platform. They like the gossip, they like salacious stuff, and a lot of times too, they're coming from their own personal perception. And in other words, for your life, they're coloring it with your they're coloring your life with their experience, which means they may not have the best view, right? Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the gifts. I really appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna take this question, Miss Madison. But I hate relationship questions so much. So Madison says, David is my boyfriend, and he was out with friends last night and didn't come back. I'm just hoping he's asleep at his friend's house and not in danger. Listen, I know what our minds do. Our minds will come up with all the excuses. They just do. And then sometimes people don't understand who we are. And so they might not call, they might not let us know. And I was like, dude, all you had to do was send me a text. Send me a text. Because the danger is real out here. It is very much so real out here. So let's look at David and Madison. David and Madison. Okay, so is David your boyfriend or best friend? Because you know, letters just BF and whatever is not it. So the cards I am using right now are the learner cards. I'm going to pin them for you guys so you can see. And so they have yes, no on here. So that's why we're doing this. Madison, can you clear me up? Can you clear that up for me? Is this your boyfriend or is this your... Oh, I got a discount. Okay. Is this your boyfriend or is this your... Okay, we're dating kind of without a label though, because we've been hiding it from some friends. All right. Let's see. Is Madison's boo? Is Madison boo David? What'd you ask me exactly? Is he okay? All right. Are you sure that's the question you want? Is he okay? Because that's going to lead to another question, and I'm only answering one question. So can you give me like the clearest question you want to ask? Is David safe? Is that the clearest question you want to ask? Oh, you know what? Y'all get up way too early to be acting foolish. Block. Okay. I think so. My top concern is that he's okay. All right. So, is Madison boo David? Is he... Ooh. Okay. All right. So I'm getting that, yes, he's okay. But let's see. And just real quick, y'all, don't spam my chat because when I'm trying to read for people, I'm not even looking at the comments. So when I ask for the next one, just try to be there. But right now, I'm reading for Madison to get a yes, no answer. So is David okay? All right, is David okay? Yeah. So I'm getting that yes, David is okay. And so the Fool card here says that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, must take the leap in the unknown. Now the Fool is about new beginnings, spontaneity, freedom, and optimism. Okay, so it's about optimism. So don't let your mind go directly to any kind of negativity. Don't do that. That way you can actually sleep. You know what I mean? That you can rest and you cannot put out that bad energy. But yeah, I'm getting that he's okay. So let's operate in some optimism here that he's fine. Could have just had a very sloshed moment and fell asleep on a couch. That could have happened, right? So unless you get something else, something otherwise, your own intuition or what have you, then that would be you know, something for you to tune into and figure out for yourself, okay? But what I got intuitively, as well as obviously this card right here, is that he's fine. Meanwhile, I have very smart people jumping in my comments talking about why am I lying to people? Why am I lying to you? I don't know. Am I lying to you? Hi, Jess. Okay, so let's get a second card. Madison, was that good? Are you okay with that? All right. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so next question. Should I take the job at the new salon with Maya? Need guidance to go forward with this. Stormy. Stormy, can I have your first name, your real name, so I could focus? Should I take a job at the new salon with Maya? Yes, Jess, you are free to ask a question. I'm in multiple places, so Jada. Okay. Should Jada go into the salon with Maya? I'm getting no, but let's see what the cards say. I'm hearing a no. Let's see. Hey y'all, yeah, don't spam my comments. When I'm reading, I'm not even looking at comments, okay? So, Jada, should Jada go into the salon business with Maya? Well, is this hers? Okay. Break that down for me because I heard clearly no. This is a yes card, so I'm gonna tell you that. Let me see because I heard no. Is that her card? Let's see. If that's her card, let's verify that. Is that her card? Okay. Okay, so now I gotta know. All right, so I asked that question. So like I said, you had got a yes card at first, but it didn't actually jump out. So I was like, is this her card or not? And so the second answer to that was a no, it's not your card. So give me a second. All right, should Jada go into the salon business with Maya? Should Jada go into the salon business with Maya? Okay. You actually got two cards. Ooh. They're both no's. Hello there, Fancy. They're both no's. The first one that popped out, Jada, is my brain. Okay, the 10 of Wands, right? And so the 10 of Wands, hold on. So the 10 of Wands, yeah, hold on a second, Jess, okay? So what I'm getting from the 10 of Wands here is that you will be too burdened with carrying more than your fair share is like what I got at first. And then I just checked my thing to make sure what I was reading was actually correct. And so the 10 of Wands is stress, exhaustion, too many burdens. And so if you look here, the card says exactly that. Oops. So it says responsibility, burden, hard work. There will be achievement, obviously. There will be effort, obviously. But that's definitely a no because you can see this person carrying the majority of the load. So that was pretty definitive of a no for me as far as you going into business with Maya. And so again, the second card jumped out here, and this is the thank you. This is the what do you call this? Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords is going to be usually about things that are going on in your mind, because swords are about mental things, about like the stuff that just flat goes around and around and around and around in your head, right? So with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, these are the words you're working with here, which is coldness, bitterness, lack of empathy, cruelty, and isolation. So the bitterness jumped out for me. So with burden and carrying the load, and then it's going to lead to bitterness. And so if this is like a friend, maybe, um, that could be like why you might feel like going into it. But what I'm suggesting here is that it's not, well, not me. I'm actually not suggesting this. Um, it looks like this wouldn't be something that will be as, what's the word I want to use? As light as you might think it might be. This is actually saying it's going to be burdensome and you're going to feel some bitterness behind this. So that's a no and a no, because this is a yes card in reverse. So that's a no and a no. I hope that makes sense for you, babe. All right, cool. So you guys, these are the beginner cards that I use, and y'all see that it has yes or no. And so yes, it is actually, that's honestly, I think solitude was one of the words on here, is that you would feel isolated. And so that's not the same thing as going solo. That's feeling like out in the cold, that's feeling alone. So going solo is a lot different than isolated. So you can definitely do that. All right, so as I was saying, these cards are inside of my shopping cart for those of you who are on TikTok. For those of you on the other platforms, if you look in the description, you'll find a link to grab these. Oh, okay. Stormy says, I have a lot of achievements under my belt. I can do it alone. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, so I have a question here through YouTube, and YouTube is saying, let's see, I was gifted a stone named leopard skin jasper from my therapist. At the exact time I met with my therapist, I was trying to ground myself. Can you tell me exactly what that means? I don't know stones. I don't know stones like at all. Like I have to go stone shopping and gem shopping with my friend who knows them all. I don't know that. So if you have like a yes, no question, I can answer that, Jess. But as far as like spiritual stones, like see my friend, she did these earrings. They're amazing, but I don't know stones. Oh, thank you so much. So Jessica, are you looking to have your full reading of a question? Let me check. So Jess, if you put a yes, no question, we can work with that. Jessica, are you doing a fuller read? Yeah, hold on for a second. I'm trying to talk to someone who said they did the Cash App. So that means they skipped the line. Okay. So what's your question? Oh, and for the fuller read, y'all, I actually moved to my Oracle cards because they tell a better story for me. Okay, so I see that you have here, what's Jermaine's intentions for me? How clear of a question is that for you? What's Jermaine's intentions? Liliana, if you just have a yes, no question, you'll be free to put it in the chat, but hold it right now because I'm actually going to give Jessica a deeper reading. Okay. And what are Jermaine's intentions for me? Okay. So y'all hold your questions for a second because they're going to get lost. Thank you so much for the roses. So these are the faces of Oshun Oracle cards. They're so beautiful and they tell a much better story So we're going to see if that is, I'm going to pin them so that you can easily see them. They are incredibly gorgeous. You see like the coloring and detail. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. What is Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? What are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? Are these the right cards, by the way? Because we can move to these. Okay. What are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? That's a good question. What are his intentions for Jessica? Where's my notepad? What are Jermaine's intentions? Okay, what are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? Feeling hot. Like I felt like this flush of heat come up, so I'm trying to feel into that real quick. Hold on. What is that? What are his intentions? I'm almost feeling like it's a warning, but let me see. That feels, oh, Jesus. Like, it really made me hot. Hold on. I feel like that's a warning, babe. Oh, see, I'm getting goosebumps behind it and all. It feels like it might be a warning. It feels like it might be a warning. Hold on. Let me see what comes out. What's that about? What are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? Oh. I think I need to block you because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't have time for BS. Just block. Okay. What are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? Can you show me? Please keep it in the white light. What are his intentions for her? They don't actually feel good. Hold on. Are these for her? No. Okay. Yeah, Kalima, I'm like, look, I'm getting goosebumps again. They don't feel good, honey. That's what I'm trying to see what's coming out. Hold on. What are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? Jessica, what are your intentions for Jermaine? I feel like I need to flip that question. Also, yeah, because the cards aren't even talking, so I don't think this is the correct question, but let me see if I can get it. Oh, gosh, I'm getting goosebumps like crazy. I don't know if y'all can see them, but they are definitely standing. You know. What are Jermaine's intentions for Jessica? I get that you need to watch him. I'm getting that you need to watch him. They don't feel, I don't like to use the word pure, but it doesn't feel like it has you in the best regard. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's do that. So, see? This is the first card. So the first card here, and remember, this is what I started with showing y'all, but this is the one that actually popped out, is Oshun of shame and regret. So that's guilt, that's remorse, and that's self-loathing. I don't feel like this is going to be a good relationship for you, even if there was an intention. It feels like it will leave you brokenhearted and in a dark place. It really does. Hold on. Can you elaborate on this? Is it? So it doesn't feel like, yeah, it doesn't feel good. Hold on. Hi, y'all. I don't answer anything. Girl. This don't feel good. Okay, now mind you, this is in the reverse, so it feels like watch out for this, right? So you see this card? This is Oshun of Envy. Oh gosh, yes. It feels like there would be like so much jealousy, like you wouldn't be able to trust him around other people. It feels like he's not hey, Dibnyasha. It doesn't feel like uh it doesn't feel good. Because this is a card right side up. You see that? I hate this animal. This is a serpent. And so, in the card of envy, this here is jealousy, self doubt, and inadequacy. So I feel like this is the thing that you would be having to look out for when it comes down to this person, because you'll find yourself being more jealous. You might even find him. See, I'm getting goosebumps. So this is definitely along the line. This don't, girl. This just don't. This really doesn't feel like the move for you. Give me some clarity here. So like it feels like yeah, like there will be a lot of jealousy either. Now some of it feels like it might be your own trait in the first place, right? So it would just really be bringing that out. This feels more like it would be your energy of that jealousy and that self-doubt, because you would have questions, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like you're already having questions in the first place. So it shouldn't be in an area of confusion to begin with, but it feels like you just won't be, what's the word, secure in it, even if that was to happen. But what I'm getting is that his intentions with you aren't pure, aren't good. All right, let's do that. Let's go into his energy. Okay, hold on. That's too many cards. Let's be clear. By the way, y'all, I have automatic filters up for stupid comments. So, or for just spammy comments. So, if I don't answer you, chances are you're either spamming or asking something that isn't good. Hold on. So let me get over here. So is that his energy? Okay. So what is see, I'm getting hurt before. Is that him? Like I just heard hurt before. Because I was just asking like what's his energy? So I think that pertains to him. Let me find out. So what's his energy? Let's talk about that. Because that is going to be, because she's asking what's his intentions, but his intentions aren't pure. So then what are we talking about here? Who's been hurt before? Okay, I kind of get that you've been hurt before, but I am also getting that he's been hurt before. Let me see. Okay. And I'm also getting not willing to be open. Hmm. So he would run. So then, okay. So what's the question to ask then? What is the question to ask them? All right. So give me more of the story. What's more of the story? What exactly though are his intentions? Now they're just getting clumsy. All right. What exactly are his intentions? Give me the story. I'm really getting that you shouldn't even pursue this, to be perfectly honest. Um, and that it really doesn't matter what his intentions are if this is the outcome. That you would literally lose yourself. You wouldn't even recognize yourself. It feels like, honestly, that you're just being warned. So, like, that his intentions aren't even a factor. Like, I mean, obviously they are, but I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't matter if it was a yes or no. Is this hers? Yes. Um, yeah. And see, and that's what I'm talking about because this right here, this is Oshun cleansing rain, and okay, and the words here are emotional release, healing, and renewal. Sorry, let me move this thing out the way. So it's emotional release, healing, and renewal. So on one hand, it feels more like work on yourself, but the second thing that the thing that really jumps out for me is this emotional release, especially because as I was telling you that it does not matter what his intentions really are when you're being warned to not go down this path. And then the first thing that jumped out is telling you emotional release. So don't even get tied, is what you're being warned about. Is like, do not get tied to this because this is going to be it. This is going to be where you go. You're going to be brokenhearted. You're going to have shame and regret. You're going to wish you didn't do this. You're going to wish you weren't part of that because you're going to become somebody you don't recognize in yourself because you're going to find yourself being a jealous person. You're going to find yourself not having confidence. You're going to find yourself in this space and place that you don't need to go into. That's what I'm getting here because, again, now mind you, tears aren't bad. Tears are cleansing, but you would have to rebuild to this, to the next part of it, which is the healing and the renewal. When you could just go ahead and let this go now and not even consider it, is what I'm telling you. Not me telling you, but this is what you're being shown. Is like, be the boss in your life, like boss up, babe up, whatever, and respect yourself way more than you're looking for anything from someone else. Release that. Release the necessity of having a person right now who leaves you asking a question about what is his intentions. Because if we're going to start in confusion, we're going to stay in confusion. Oh, Like honestly, this feels like a divine conversation right now because I'm feeling an emotion for you and I don't even know you. So this is that tough love from your own guides and guidance of girl, please don't. We're warning you. Do not. Okay? Move in what's good for you. Don't worry about nobody. They will be sent. But in the meantime, you need to move into your own healing anyway. You got other stuff to do. You have other things to be healing. So you don't need to create any soul ties, any trauma bonds, anything with someone who will break you and not build you. Don't press this relationship is what I'm getting for you, babe. Do you have an additional question? Because that's coming off real hard. Like I'm feeling like a fire to it all for you, honey. Hello, y'all. I really am. Do you have a follow-up question to that? Because they're talking. Do you have a follow-up question? See, look, radical truth. Okay, this card. Look at this. This card right here is radical truth. Oshun's machete. Cut that shit. Like for real. Cut that tie before it even begins. Oshun's machete. Radical truth. Have clarity and have self-awareness. This is what it's giving you. Okay. This is what's waiting for you, or this is your instruction. Actually, this is what you're getting, Jessica. They're telling you, be in the mirror, look at your reflection, build yourself up, sip on your own chalice. Like that's hold your own light. And look, in the corner of this is a dove, and this is where you'll find your peace. Don't look outside of yourself. Not right now. Not right now. Does that make sense, Jessica? Y'all, right now I'm doing a deeper read for Jessica. If y'all want your own, it's a $22 donation or more. It's up to you. But you would go to my links. If you are on a different platform, if you're on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, you would look in your description. Yeah. It's do not even entertain it, Jessica. Do not even entertain it. What you need to be entertaining is your own self, your own healing, your own self-worth. You need to build that before you even so much as look. So much as look. This is what you have to do right here. So this fell out here. This is Oshun of locked gates, of unlocked gates, right? Um, and 3 + 6 is 9, and 9 is divine. It's completed. And so it says here, in the upright, this is like your inner child. This is like your healing. This is like your higher self. And she's telling you you have the key. Just open the door, go through it. This is freedom. This is breaking barriers. This is unleashing your own potential, but you're not there. You haven't done this yet. This is your work. Your work is not going to be found in no other human being, but in yourself. So you have some healing work to do. You have some releasing work to do for yourself. Okay? You need to recognize and live in your own potential and not look at the potential of a mate. You can't build somebody else up, not when you're still kind of broken. Let me know if that helps you. Okay. I know that might not be what you wanted to hear, boo. But like I'm still feeling the goosebumps, like for real. They're like, she needed to hear this. She needed to hear this. Exactly. Oh my God. Y'all love on her. Tap and give her some love because first of all, you're a badass. Like, did you see that card? Like, did you see that card? You are amazing. And you don't need anybody else to complete you. Not at all. Not at all. Thank y'all so much for tapping and giving her some love. You do. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate you, girl. You got this. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that was a fuller read. I think I'm only going to do 5 of those today. So if you guys want a fuller read, tap on the face. For those of you on different platforms, go to the link in the description, and that should let you lock in a fuller read. That is going to be on CashApp, Venmo, Chime, or PayPal. Those are the ways. All right, so back to the yes, no questions. Back to the yes, no questions for you guys. But weren't those Oshun cards beautiful, y'all? Like, they are so beautiful. Thank you. Why am I looking at my own product? I was trying to get to showing. I'm pinning these. So these are the cards that I'm using for yes, no. These are the teaching cards. They are, Samantha, oh my God. So they have everything on here, like yes, no, maybe for some. Sometimes they have some friendship stuff. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Oh, I got my first kitty gift. Thank you so much. I got adopted by a cat in December. You heard it right. I got adopted by a cat in December. My kids named him Twilight. And so we got a kitty gift up there. Okay, thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, next yes, no question. Thank you, Samantha, for the kitty. Next yes, no question. Y'all see why I hate relationship questions? I am not going to be the one that just tells you what you want to hear. I leave it up to my angels, my guides, my spirits, your angels, your guides, your spirits. All right. So Kalima says, am I on the path my ancestors put me on? We'll try to answer it that way. If not, I need you to give me a better question, like a tighter question. But let's go. Am I? There's 3 cards. We're not doing that. Y'all make it clear. Kalima, am I on my ancestors? So is Kalima on the path her ancestors put her on? That's a weird question. Is she on the aligned path her ancestors put her on? Is Kalima on? What are you telling me? Is Kalima on the right path? Is she on the path? It's the ancestors put me on part that's throwing me, babe. I'm trying to think of, let me think of how to clean that up. You're done with what, Melissa? I hope not life. If so, I don't know what the number is. I think it's 988. Kalima, where you at, girl? Hello, everybody. Good morning. It is 7:15 on the East Coast. No, Melissa, we can't be done with life. If we were done with life, we wouldn't tell anybody. So you can't be done with life. Can't be done with life. As long as you got breath, there's more life for you. As long as you got breath, there's a purpose for you. And as long as you got breath, that means you didn't reach it yet. So we got to talk about that in a different way, babe. Trust me, you're talking to somebody who had a death date. July 24th was supposed to be mine last year. So, sorry, my bad. I flipped the numbers. July 25th, 2024. No, it's not going to go on your birthday, girl. All right. So, Kalima, that's not a clean question. Give me, clean up your question for me, baby, because I'm not getting nothing. I'm on Kalima right now, y'all, so please don't add questions. I'm just waiting for Kalima to respond. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. It's been a wild year. It has been a wild year. But I'm going to tell y'all, there's some real shifting going on. And some people are deciding to leave, which is okay. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, Kalima. Are you a boy or are you old? Are you a young man? How old are you? You talking about something? I'm a boy. That's Pinocchio stuff. I'm a real boy. Sorry, I tickled me with that one. Oh, Kali. Oh, the goddess you worship. Okay, so I need a real name. What's your name? That's why we're not working. What's your name? Y'all, if y'all talk to me at all, like you need me to answer a question, y'all gotta have a real name for me, please. Thank you, because I'm focusing on somebody who doesn't exist. All right, Daniel. All right, Daniel, can you clean up your question though a little bit? Like, what exactly do you mean? Because I mean, the answer is obviously yes. You are on the path your ancestors put you on. You're born. Um, but what do you mean exactly? Can you clean it up a little bit? Hello, Rover. You got cards jumping for no reason. Daniel, are you typing out your question? I hope so. I'm waiting on you. Okay. Do I take the path of my Aztec ancestors? All right. Let's see if that works. Does Daniel take the path? See, I don't know. That's still feeling too broad for me because the Aztecs had several different paths, you know. Um, okay, I need to get clear on what your question is so I can better ask it. Because I'm not getting anything out of that. Does Daniel take the path of his ancestors? That's way too broad a question. Does Daniel take the path of his ancestors? Nope, I'm not doing 4 questions. Nope, no 4 cards. Let's do one question, one card, be clear. Does Daniel take the path of his ancestors? I'm not getting anything, Daniel. Does Daniel take the path of his ancestors? I'm not answering any how questions, Anthony. These are yes, no questions, babe. See? It's not clear. This is what I got for you. I got a maybe. Okay? This is the hanged man. This is the decision card. Like you're having to make the decision. But it's just not, I don't know. It's just not clear. Because it's, like I said, it says maybe. So it says sometimes the only way to gain perspective is to pause and see the world and surrender to what is. Oh, this is the perfect card. But that's what it is. It says what? Okay, I think this is going to lead Okay. I was wondering if you were talking about that, Mister. Because what it says here is, what sacrifices are you willing to make for a higher purpose? Um, it says surrender, letting go, suspension, new perspectives. The word I'm hearing, though, I'm hearing surrender, but not in the way that you're meaning, right? I'm hearing surrender. I'm trying to think of how it's like surrender to the wheel. Blah, blah, blah. Surrender to the will. Oh, good, Amiel. I'm glad you got the books. Okay, surrender to the will of the spirit. Okay, so it's not necessarily about, and the other word here was new perspective. So it's about surrendering to the will of the spirit and looking at life with a new perspective. Um, I don't want to do a deeper reading here. I'm trying to keep it in here. So, like with the hanged man, it's not about hanging yourself. That is not what it is about, baby. But it's about the indecision, right? Of trying to do the right thing and trying to do it. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting there's so many different it, I just recently let life play as it goes. Exactly. Because I'm seeing too many forks in a road. So when I was saying like your ancestors took many paths, I'm seeing literally many paths, right? Um, why? My live is not. Hold on. Who reported my live? Because I got a restriction for some reason. Who reported my live? Appeal. My live does not contain whatever you just said. Um, it directs people off platform. No, it does not. Anyway, goodness gracious, here we go. So that's what I'm saying, Daniel. I saw many paths. I saw many. And so like it was more than just a fork in the road. I saw like many of them. Um, and so what I heard was surrender to the will of the spirit. So like and with that spirit, I actually saw wind and you know what? That's what it is because I saw wind, but this maybe card is of water, right? And so while I saw wind, that feels more like you, right? Um and so in the way that it feels like you, it means like it's not really having too much of an effect except like when you go dark, right? And so when you go dark, it's like tornado, whatever. But you need to be more like water. You need to be more like carving your way. Yes, you go where it flows, but when something gets in your way, you carve it. You know what I mean? You carve. Oh, 444. I see that all the time. But in the water, you still need to carve your way. You get what I'm saying? Um, all right, awesome. Oh, we're halfway there. Got 5 little kitties. Mama Oya rules my head. So the winds. Yeah. And that's the problem is you need to come out the winds. You need to come out the head. You need to be flowing like water. So when something gets in your way, you carve the water. Like literally the Grand Canyon was made out of water, right? It was made out of water. So you carve your way with water. Um, you be forceful, you be consistent, you be persistent, you be committed, and you will make your way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Daniel. Hey, Amiel. Yeah, these are free yes no questions. If y'all need deeper readings, if you need me to go to the oracles or to the other light seers, the other the other tarots are very beautiful too, and they tell a story as well. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, good. I'm glad that helped you. All right, so we have over here, does Arjun secretly stalk my WhatsApp status? Hold on. So wait. Oh, all right. This is the last. I'll do 3 more relationship questions, and after that, we're done with those because I was supposed to stop at 7 with that, but I did do a fuller reading, so that took up some time. But I'm only doing 3 of these relationship questions, and then after that, I don't do any more relationship questions, y'all. So Divinyasha says, does Arjun secretly stalk my WhatsApp status? Now, I know we talked about this guy already. Nah. I don't like him. Let's see. Okay, put myself aside. Let's just get a quick read. Let's see if that helps. Does Arjun secretly stalk my WhatsApp status? So, answer here is, I guess yes and yes. So you actually had 2 cards that popped out for you, Divyasha, and this is usually like the being stabbed in your back and something coming to an ending, the 10 of Swords. But it was in the reverse because it's a no card, but it was in the reverse. So instead of betrayal and stuff, you're actually getting recovery, hope, healing, new beginning, seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. It says you've reached rock bottom, but the only way to go from here is up. But then you got a yes card, which is the Ace of Wands. So it's like being handed an opportunity here. Again, new beginnings. So that's new beginnings twice. 2 yeses. So spark of creativity ignites within you. Embrace the fire of inspiration and take action. So yes, it's passion, creativity, exploration. So that's yes and yes. All right. Okay, Amiel, you have to ask it as a yes/no question. Otherwise, the fuller reads, anything beyond a yes/no is 22 for this. All right, so let's take a yes/no here. So we have Manny. Can I have a yes/no question on career? I think I need to change my path to be happy. That is a yes/no question. So ask your yes/no question. All right, Big D. This is going to be relationship question number 2. Big D. Good morning. Has Phil moved on from me? We stopped talking. All right. So Big D. What's your first name? What's your first name, Big D? Because first of all, I feel silly to be calling you Damaris. Okay. So Damaris. Damaris's question. Has Phil moved on from me? Okay. Has Phil moved on from Damaris? Oh, girl, I hear yes. One, I hear yes. Let's see though. Oh, I hear yes, like right here. Let's see. Has Phil moved on from Damaris? Has Phil moved on from Damaris? They don't want to answer. Okay. I'm not going to change the question. I'm going to keep it the same. Has Phil moved on from Damaris, y'all? Ugh. All right. That should be it. Has Phil moved on from Damaris? Yeah. And um, and so should you, is what I'm getting. So how can I approach the situation with wisdom and insight? So this is a yes card. So you need to be sharp. You need to be discerning. You need to be able to cut through illusions and get to the heart of the matter. Um, so yeah, it's a yes. Sure. Congratulations to Veronica. I don't know why, but congratulations. All right. So Amiel. There we go. Would my ex Shamika and I get back together? I dreamed something positive with her. Okay. So Amiel get back together with Shamika? Will Amiel? Y'all do not spam my chats. I am currently reading for somebody. Will Amiel get back together with Shamika? Good morning, Morgan. All right, so that's interesting. So you got the Queen of Cups in reverse, which would have been a no card, but it's leaning towards a yes because it's in the reverse. It's not a yes guaranteed yes, but it's leaning towards a yes. So it says be in your heart space before taking any decisions, but don't be over emotional. So this is like an ultimate emotional card. So it said, what will emotions be balanced and stable in a situation? So this is about emotional stability, empathy, intuition, and nurturing. And so what that means is you're going to have to be able to have that conversation with her from a place of emotional stability. However, you also need to be open to letting her own emotions flow as well. And so the hearing, the communication, the bigger part of communication is actually listening, but from a guy's perspective too, the bigger part of communication is actually speaking so that she can hear you. Um, so I'm just going to go with what I just heard. So the first step on that actually would be like to open the conversation through text first, and then to allow it to move into conversation with voice, then allow it to move into conversation together, like in presence. So in other words, this needs to go slow where you're hearing each other. You have to be able to hear each other and to receive, right? Um, and to speak up. So you're not allowed to shut down and not work it through. Like if you open this door again, you either walk your ass through that door or you let the door stay shut. So there is no shutting down. There is no getting mad and walking away. You're going to have to learn how to communicate. So it's going to have to be, give me a moment, like, hold on, let me process this. Give me a moment. Right. And then you're also going to have to make sure that she understands that's how we're communicating of give me a moment, and she can ask for the same. All right. So yeah, communication is going to be a big thing, but communication has three parts really, but we're going to say two: the listening and the speaking. But the third part is also the hearing. So you're going to have to work on that. And so, it's kind of, I'm going to use this analogy. When you're very, 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 very hungry, excuse me, I think I am. When you're very, 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 very hungry, the first thing you do is drink something. You don't eat first, because if you eat first, you're going to cause yourself pain. So you have to like reopen the vessel of receiving. And that's going to be the same thing when you have a breakup, some kind of disconnect, some kind of miscommunication, is you basically have to ease this conversation into those other spaces, but you also do not avoid them either. So if this is a door you want to walk through, you be a man about it, but you also um like take this slow, because you got to start over. It's a whole different person. I don't care how many years you got. It's a whole different person. It's a person who's been hurt now, or it's a person who has, you know, some kind of negative memory, not just a beautiful one. Uh, that'd be a good question. Where do the illusions end? Who knows? Maybe when you go to sleep. Maybe that's when real life begins. All right. Um, so that was my second relationship question. I will answer only one more relationship question, and after that, no more relationship questions, because I don't like doing them. See, it's lack of introspection when I do relationship questions. All right. Will I have my own family? Lauren, will I have my own family? See, that's a weird question because I don't do medical questions whatsoever, and that includes pregnancy. Um, but when I hear this question, I'm hearing a bigger question of, I'm hearing a bigger question than what you're actually asking. I'm hearing there's something about needing love. I'm hearing something bigger than will I have my own family. So I don't know how to read on that. Okay, so all right. Should I walk away from what? 32 and single, and everyone else has families. Okay, so the immediate thing I just heard, and it wasn't me because I was still reading. I heard don't rush. Okay, so Lauren, the immediate thing I heard while I was still reading was don't rush it. You are definitely not behind. Oh, sweetheart, no, you're not. You are not behind. Um, so when I read your initial question of will I have my own family, like I said, I saw something much bigger. Yes, Samantha. Definitely. Everybody has their own path. Give yourself grace. You have, ooh, listen, I'm getting goosebumps like crazy. So you and I are supposed to be crossing paths right now. You feel like you wasted time with men. No, you wasted time because, I'm going to put it this way. You wasted time not knowing you first. Okay? Okay, Twila. All those rules they give us about what timelines are. Mm-mm. And every failure, every loss is a lesson. Like it just is a lesson. So you didn't necessarily waste time with men. You had practice. Like that's what it was. It was practice. And it's like, I don't want that, you know. But when I saw, can I have my own will I have my own family? I saw, honestly, I saw something bigger than that. Like I said, I saw the whole thing about needing love, but I also saw a bigger type of family, not necessarily children and husband initially, but what I immediately saw was like friends, like I saw a circle of people, a community that you collect, that you call family. Like I have a woman who's like 10 years older than me. I call her my big sister, and we met in 2007. So she is more my family than my family are. Oh, I'm not saying you're not going to have children. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not going to have children. But I'm saying that the definition of family is really up to definition for you, like by you. Um, so the real question here is what I'm trying to get to. And I don't answer, will I have babies? So, Lauren, what's your real question? Thank y'all for following me. I so appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely didn't say you won't have children. Will I ever find love again? Um, listen, girl. Somebody wants you to be working on you. Somebody wants you to work on you because, like, even still, as I was reading that, it was like, will you ever love yourself first? Like, it's still about you at the end of the day. It's like, oh, God, it's you. It's you're gonna keep attracting. Thank you so much. You're gonna keep attracting what see, yeah, exactly. Self-love. You're gonna keep attracting the kind of men that you say you wasted your time on. But this is the good thing about it. Aw, listen, I'm 46. One thing I know is time don't matter. Listen, I had a whole career teaching for 15 years. I am in the middle of my burn it all down and start over life at 46. And let me tell you, I understand some shame and some pride, but let me give you the card that just came out though, babe. 51. It's something about it. Because if you stay out of alignment until your 40s, your entire 40s are going to be about getting back into alignment. And that means burn it all down. Because that means you've been hard headed. So now they got to do it hard for you. Like you got to go through the hard way, the wilderness, the valley, all of it. So let's not be hard headed. Get this figured out. Okay. Um, so this is what I got for you, Lauren. So it's a good card because it's your yes card. So you will find love again. But however, there are cycles to this thing, right? So this is the Wheel of Fortune for you. And it's a fire card, so it is going to be passion. It is going to be, you got to figure it out, Samantha. I'm telling you. Um, but there's no time indicating, so it's not indicating a time, right? I need to figure out how to flip this thing on TikTok so y'all can see it the right way. So one of the things it says here is for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. What goes around comes around. And again, as I'm reading this, I'm hearing the love you give yourself would also be the love that you receive. Okay? So you've got to treat you with the utmost love so that when somebody comes into your life, they better match you or do better. So it says here, how can you adapt to changing circumstances? So there's cycles, there's fate, there's destiny, and then there is divine timing. And I'm going to tell you what I hear is your life is waiting on you. On you. Does that make sense, Lauren? Thank you so much for the gifts. Um, like I'm really getting it's about you. Okay. I'm glad. Um, but it's gonna come. It is definitely gonna it's definitely on its way. But you're in the season right now of focusing on you. Try new things. Try things that you love to do. Go back to like one of the things I like to do is I like to color. So guess what? I make coloring books and I color. Exactly. This is your season to be focusing on you. Not will I have a family? Not will I fall in love again? That's not what it is. This is your season to fall in love with you. Okay? Yeah, you draw. Oh, that's beautiful. And you're going back to school. Mm-hmm. But again, I want to remind you that you're doing the things that you love also. So yeah, school's great. Um, just make sure that you don't spend your life checking a box. You spend your life playing outside of it. Okay. So go have fun. Make sure you add fun to your life. And there's free fun too. Put on a pair of skates and go skating. You can go dance in the rain. Oh my God. I did that with my daughter a couple months ago. Oh, it was so much fun. We were just laughing and just having a ball. You know, it's so healing. And I didn't get my daughter until I was 34. I had boys before, but I didn't get my daughter until I was already on the journey of loving myself so that I can give her the love and break the generational curses between the mothers and daughters in my family. And it's beautiful. All right. So I'm glad that's helpful. Okay, yep. Let's see where we are. Now, again, if you guys want fuller reads, like you want me to break out the big boys, my oracle cards, my beautiful loves. I love these guys. They tell such a story. Look at that. Ooh, you see that? Look at that girl. Yes. They just tell such a beautiful story. So if you want a fuller read, it's a $22 live donation. Up here, you'll be taken to the profile. There's a link there. And you let me know that you've done it. And you get to skip the line. All right, so open for the next yes/no question. Yeah, it'll be a mini read, but it's a full read on the question that you ask. All right, so no, you won't go to view products. You would click on this face up here, my profile thingy, and then go to you should see it twice. So you click there, you'll see it again, you click there, and then it should be the Flowlance link. All right, so this will be my last relationship question because I don't like relationship questions. I personally do not like to answer them because everybody has their own free will, and I can tell you yes today, and next thing you know, it's really a no because that person was like, you know what, never mind, I'm not going to do that. So I'll do one more relationship question, and then I'm shutting down all relationship questions. But we can talk about any other type of questions other than medical because I'm not a medical medium or anything like that. I'm not out here trying to gaslight nobody. Like, that's not what I do. I am literally a person trying to help people heal and to put words to what they need. What says under construction? Let me see something right quick. Wait, what is it? A wish is it? Wait. A wish is a... What is the word? A dream is a wish your heart makes. There we go. Yeah, the Flowlance link should not say that. Hold on. It should not say that. Unless they're down for the morning, but I'm down for Sundays because people do things on the weekend. Flowlance.com/lean into lean into the spirit. Because someone just used it earlier in the reading. Page not found. Hold on. Sorry. I can't get to the link. What is my link? Hold on. Okay, let me go to TikTok real quick. TikTok, don't stop. My medicine is wearing off, y'all. My medicine is wearing off, girl. Use your voice. 2.com. All right, let's click the link. Oh, it's my.flowlance. Open anyway. Under construction. Hold on, let me log in. That is wrong. It literally just worked. Hello. Yeah, please. Hold on, let me connect. That was absolutely weird. absolutely weird. I think they're down. All right, so I do have other ways. If you tell me what way you're looking for, we can make that work. Oh, listen, I'm neurodiverse. I do accents. I do accents, love. I do accents. Um, yeah, I think they're just down, maybe for something, because she literally used it this morning when I came on at 6. So I don't know what the frick. Okay, if you're talking Cash App, then but it's gonna be backwards. I can write backwards. 1 second. Well, tell me which way you're talking. Venmo. Oh, it's the same thing as Cash App. So you're gonna do the THE, right? WRITE, diva. That is my Venmo. That is my Cash App. Hold on. I'm trying to write backwards. Okay, I tried my best. So you see it, the right diva. That is my Cash App, my Venmo. PayPal is different. Yeah. So can you see it? Can you feel it? Yeah. So if you do that, you send the $22 there, and then you get to fully read. All right. Who was I just reading? Who was I just looking at? That's right. Engage, connect. Y'all see all these people up in here? Y'all see all these people up in here? Okay. I don't know who I was reading. So if there's a yes no question, pop it down there. I will read the next one. Thank you. That's right. Tap, 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 tap. Oh my God. Welcome to the tea, Marilyn and crab. Oh, I love crabs. I'm in Florida. I love garlic crabs, like the real ones, the ones where you can see the garlic, not that sauce stuff. I want to go to Baltimore and get a soft crab sandwich. I saw one. Was it on TikTok? I saw one on social. It was so amazing looking. Listen, I ain't got to worry about vampires. They wouldn't like me. Hello. Is it Sahil? I don't know. Thank you for the gifts. Is a yes no question? Yes no question, anyone? Naya. Will next year be better for me? Hi, Sky High. It's you again. So Naya. Okay. Will next year be better for me? Naya. Okay. Hold on. Will next year be better? Woo! I just saw this one though. Is this hers? Okay. Well, next year. Oh, we reached our goal. Oh my God. Thank y'all so much. Okay. So we're just going to do a quick little goal. Will next year be better for Naya? No, no full reach. Just one card. Will next year be better for Naya? Will next year be better? What am I seeing? What am I seeing? What am I seeing? Oh, I just saw something. Will next year be better for Naya? What am I seeing? Well, next year. Oh, gosh. I just saw like a park for some reason. I saw a park, I saw trees, but I was trying to understand what I was seeing, but I don't know what I was seeing. Hold on. Will next year be better for Naya? Will next year be better? Yeah. So according to this, next year is going to be better for you, Miss Naya. This is the strength card. So there's bravery, inner strength, focus, courage, control. So how can you harness your inner strength to overcome obstacles? That's what I was getting. Okay. And so it says here, true strength is not brute force. It is the power of the soul which lies in vulnerability. So I saw a park when you asked that question. I saw like a flash of a park, and it was looking like a springtime. I'm guessing that's what it was. Uh, Either spring or summer, but I'm getting that it was more spring. And so I just saw lush greenery, full trees. And so that just feels like a bloom after, I won't say a storm, after the dead of winter, after um, see, I love dead trees, so um, it's not a negative thing to me. But after what feels like a hibernation in a way, after what feels like having been in the wilderness or being lost, or just like having to trudge through mud, or like it feels like what I saw, it just feels like a new beginning, right? And so again, here it's talking about you having, the word that stood out to me is control. So it's about you controlling the things that you can control. So is that to say that life is going to be easy peasy next year? Hell nah. Like, take a look around, right? But what is going to be better next year is how you respond to everything, right? So you need to gather up your own strength. You need to push forward even when things feel like they're not working. Because what you need to understand is the seeds have been planted and you have to tend the garden, right? You can't just put the seed down in the grass and be like, all right, grow. Some will, some won't. But you have to keep the pests away. You have to keep what will eat your dreams, what will eat your progress, what will eat your joy away. You have to tend it. So that's going to be where the strength is, because it's going to be on you controlling what you can control. Do we get that? Because that's how I'm hearing it for you. So the answer straight up is yes, but it's with fire. Okay. It's with you being in control of that. You can tame the beast by being in control. I hope that really resonated with you, and I hope it feels like it felt true for you, because that's how it was. Okay, you're welcome. All right. So, did I get my last relationship question? Okay, my last relationship question. Um, that's a weird question. Um, okay, so thank y'all for the follows, the gifts, the likes, the shares. I really appreciate it. Let me. There's so many relationship questions. God, dog, y'all. I don't like answering them, so I'm only answering one more, and I'm trying to feel which one I'm supposed to be answering. Who do I answer? I don't. Let me go back to. No. Okay. Let's see. We'll do it this way. I will give the cards about 5 turns. If they don't jump out, never mind. Did Alex receive my gift yesterday? The answer here is yes. All right. We're just gonna throw that away and go to the next one. Oh yeah. No, Samantha, that's fine. Like, because you're doing a fuller read, so we'll do that. Type your question because you're gonna jump in front of everybody. Should I wish H? Should I wish H on his birthday? What are we asking? Should I wish H happy birthday? I don't know what we're asking. Should I wish H? Sky High, what's your name? Your first name? All right. I can't answer without knowing your name. You're welcome. Is it Sahil? All right. So Lindy, is B wanting to talk to me? Answer's no. No, he's not. Completion, wholeness, integration would be upright. I can't show it to you on the camera because it shows chesticles. Ah, that's right. I was trying to remember your name. Okay. And it says here, incomplete, lack of closure, unfulfilled desires, disconnection. So that is the answer for Lindy. Is B wanting to talk to me? No. There's lack of closure to that. So, all right. Nahal. That's right. There you are. H. Should I wish H happy birthday? Is that the right thing? Is it the right thing? We're gonna is it the right thing for Nahal to wish H happy birthday? Do I? No. Oh, no. That was 2 cards, so let's not do that. Hold on, they're acting crazy. Let me slow this down, and then we're gonna do Samantha. Samantha, did you type your question? Let me see. Okay. Hold on, let me answer Nahal. Should Nahal wish H? Is it the right thing for Nahal to wish H happy birthday? I'm hearing no, but let me see. Is it the right thing for Nahal to wish H happy birthday? One card, please. There's a lot. Is it the right thing for Nahal to wish H a happy birthday? It feels like this isn't a right question. This doesn't feel like the right question. It's not working. No. Okay, y'all are acting wonky. So, hold on. This is your card. Is this your card? Oh no, this was the card last time with H. Or whoever that was before. And it's the reverse. Okay. Is this his card though? All right, let me know. Is this his card? Because it felt like it fell off. So let me see. Is this his card? Yeah, so it is your card. So let's go back to it. And it's funny because it's the King of Swords. So it's a no turned upside down. So it's a reverse. So it's like it's skewing towards a yes. Okay. So it's a no card, but it's skewing towards a yes because I don't know if you remember, but this card came up when we did our initial reading about him being trapped and all that kind of stuff. So this is like maybe it's okay. See that phrase right underneath where it says expanding horizons? So it feels like it might open the door. And you know what I'm talking about. So it feels like it might open the door for you to do that. Like pique interest a little bit, if that makes sense. Does that make sense for you, Nahal? That same card showed up again. I remember that being there for when we did the other read. Does that make sense, Nahal? All right, so we're going to get to Samantha's fuller read. Who are we doing, Samantha? Are we doing the Light Seers? No. I don't know. These little oracle cards be tripping. Nahal, did that make sense? I want to close out with you in my mind first before I get to Samantha. Okay, so with Samantha, we're getting ready to do a fuller read. And if you want to get your own after seeing how that goes, this $22 donation, it does? Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if the link is back up because that doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. I lean into the lean with it, right? Oh my God, my medicine wearing off. Now you see on page not found. Okay, hold on. See, I don't like this. I don't like this. My flow lens. Okay, the link's back up. I don't know what it was for you, Samantha. It's back up now. Okay, so if after you see, let's unpin our teaching cards and let's go and show our beautiful ones. So we're about to do the oracle cards. We go to these Faces of Oshun oracle cards for our deeper read because they just tell a better story. They just tell a better story. So Samantha just asked, should I put much stock into people who have come in and out of my life? Alejandro. Alejandro. I can't take more medicine right now because I got to go to bed after this. But I should because now I'm acting silly. Y'all, that ADHD be kicking in, especially when you're tired. Like, do I take more of my medicine? Because I'm supposed to take it twice a day. I only took it once. All right. So, should Samantha... Samantha, clean that question up for me, babe. Clean that question up for me. Oh, it's... Okay, so they have the same name? Basically? Hold on. Samantha, you got a lot of questions, girl. Tell me which question you want. And then we're gonna go with that. Be very clear for me. Tell me what question you want. Okay, just write out the question very clearly for me, though. Hello, Anthony. You're one away from 128K. That's awesome. I don't know what we're talking about. Are you talking about your followers or something? Okay, so let's see. Who am I supposed to be blocking? Because this don't make sense. Okay. You just don't know if their intentions are worth your time. So let me see how you worded it. But I need the entire question worded right so I can focus on it. Because should I put much stock is a weird way of questioning. Should I put much stock? Are you asking, should you give them another chance? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do really quickly yes, no, and then read on one and see where that comes in. Where does the dream delusion guide reality? I don't know how you word in this question, Mr. Anthony. I have a terminal illness. I'm not trying to waste that time. Understood. Hold on. All right, so we have Alexander and we have Alejandro. All right, so I'm gonna put out 2 cards. If one of them is a yes, or if they're both a yes, we'll go into the other one, the oracle cards. But I want to be like very clear of the question that I'm asking. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna ask the first one is Alejandro. Is Alejandro? Is Alejandro? Should Samantha allow? Okay, I'm hearing no, but we'll see where this goes. Should Samantha allow Alejandro back into her life? We're going to do one at a time, and then we'll go into it deeper. Should Samantha allow Alejandro back into her life? You know, I used to have a motto of never go back. So, I'm trying to see if that if that even pertains here. Should Samantha allow Alejandro back into her life? Okay. Peyton, I'm sure you know the definition of obese, sweetie. I don't know what you're trying to do. But thanks for the engagement. So let me see. So should Samantha allow Alejandro back into her life? I'm hearing no, like in my head, like no. These are too many. I just want these ones so we can go and go deeper. Just one. Should she allow? Should she allow Alejandro back into her life? This is not easy. Because what popped out was a reverse of the page of wands, right? This is an interesting one because the page of wands, this is usually a lusty type of person. Like they're lusty, they're free spirited, etc. But you know the word here is maybe, so it's not about it's not about like that's harder to go, well, it's leaning this way. um it feels like you shouldn't be seriously entertaining them. That's what it feels like. But the in the reverse, it says lack of inspiration, lack of enthusiasm. That's like the key that just jumped out to me is lack of enthusiasm, lack of ambition, and block creativity. And so this is fire, so it's like more like passion or like lust. Um, but at the same time, it just feels like it's whatever is the self interest for him, you know, as opposed to like really, as opposed to like being there for you. It's like very self interested, you know? Yeah, you see how it's like, oh, my baby. Like, okay. So you're saying this is creepy dead on? um, yeah, so this makes so much sense because he has physical, because that's what it, like if you see it, it just like, I don't know if you've ever seen Tom and Jerry. I don't know, I'm dating myself here. But if you ever seen Tom and Jerry and there's one where he's like wooing this cat and he's like, my baby. So, and that's what this feels like. So it's like, don't take it seriously. And he's obsessed with beauty standards and not looking to the future. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so let's go to Alexander. So, do I take this? No. Okay. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, Pepe Le Pew does it too. In his, but there's just that one time that like the first time I ever heard Tom speak was when he's like, is you ain't my baby. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so Alexander. So should Samantha let Alexander back into her life? All right, so this would be a no card, right? Because it's being stabbed in the heart, broken hearted. You know, this usually has wounding, heartbreak, emotional pain, grief, loss, healing. So in the reverse, it feels like it's a no, but it's leaning towards the yes. Like you can, if you work through this, if it feels like it's worth working through this. So this is like you can't. This is why I say it's like really a no card, but it can lead to a yes if you will actually work for it. But I'm not feeling. I don't know, because I want to say I feel like he's not actually wanting to work for it. You know what I mean? Like to bring up the past, to talk about those issues, to get them out of the way. It feels like he just wants to move forward. Whereas this stuff has to be cleaned out first. So it's a no card, and it leans more towards a no unless you're going to do the work, and you meaning both of you. And again, it's like the conversation I had earlier about communication. It's listening, it's hearing, and it's actually speaking. But yeah, which makes sense because he's stuck in his own trauma. We're working on friendship. I think that would be a good way to begin because there's just like so many wounds, and you have to actually like remove the swords. Um, so let's get into that one, and let's see where we can go with that one. So that's Alexander. All right, so let's talk about this Alexander relationship. So, is it worth the work for Samantha to give Alexander another try? Yeah. So, is it worth? Was this hers? Yes. Okay. So, talk to me then about this relationship. So, talk to me about that. Who's that? I'm not getting it. You gotta explain this to me. Explain this to me. What's going on? What are we talking about here? Oh, okay. Keep it going. What else? Let's wrap this up. Tell me the story. I'm gonna show you what we got in a second, and then we'll talk about it. Show me the story. What else? Oh, no, you don't. Let's wrap this up. What's the story here? Let's stick with Alexander and Samantha. What is... That feels kind of beautiful. Like, it really does feel... Oh, I'm getting goosebumps, girl. It does feel like it can be beautiful. I'm going to show you. Oh, my God. Come on, put a button on it. Shall I read first and then you do it? No. Okay, so give it to me now. Oh, okay. All right. Is this the whole story? No. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Is this the whole story? All right, one more. Yeah. Those, like that Three of Swords that's some wounding. you know? Let's see. All right, I need you to tell me the story. Oh, okay. All right, what's the story? Okay, I'm gonna show you the cards, and then we're gonna talk about what the story is here. Um, let's see. Are there more? No. Okay. So this is the first card, and then, like I said, we'll get into it. What's happening? Remove from stream. More options. I don't know what this is. Okay. I hope I'm good. Okay, there we go. So this is your first card. Look, oh my god, I love this card. This card is usually the way that I tend to read it tends to be about like that younger self, the inner self that needs to be um, to be loved, right? That needs to feel safe, but it's also her welcoming you back into her space of curiosity and creativity and freedom and innocence. Like it's her walking back into, like, welcoming you back into, let's let that go. Let's let that go, because the words under here are freedom, breaking barriers, and unleashing potential. Um, so it feels like the relationship could have potential. Again, there's a could to it. I think a friendship might be the best place for this to be for now, um, until there's no more confusion. You get what I'm saying? So the second card that came is this beauty here, which is Oshun of Secrets. And so Oshun of Secrets um, is a card about mystery, hidden knowledge, and wisdom. So this is what's not in play here. Like, this is actually not happening. Um, no, hold on. Sorry, this is water under the bridge. That's what I just heard instead. I heard that this is water under the bridge. So the hidden knowledge, the wisdom, the mystery. This feels like water under the bridge of like keeping secrets, of not. Um, it's the keeping secrets part. But I'm getting this third card, and this is the third card that makes me go, okay, maybe, because this is about. Okay. Okay. Yeah, keeping secrets. So this was about Oshun of Mercy. And so Oshun of Mercy is compassion, forgiveness. That's the word that stood out the most for me. And empathy. And you just talked about both of you being empathetic souls. But this here is of empathy and compassion. And so this feels like the past was in the past. And there's the water. It's not necessarily under the bridge, but it's. I'm hearing. Sorry, I got goosebumps so bad I shuddered. I'm hearing like pour your own cup. You know, like fill your own cup. One way is like make sure, like, even if you are going to work to forgive him, it is not going to be because um or at the expense of losing you again. In fact, it feels like you need to forgive yourself for that betrayal, um, for being in that position. So I'm getting that there's self forgiveness as well. So this is about pouring into yourself and your own cup. It's like giving yourself mercy there and not being afraid of the decision you make, because you are more equipped with um with knowledge, right? But again, it's still about like not holding the past against him and you, like not holding that against yourself. Like, this comes back to you too. So the next card here is Oshun of uh, deception. So the next card here is Oshun of deception. And so this card here is hold on. Okay, why did you say you failed? Okay, so this card here is about the masks, right? So this is about wearing the mask. This is about self-delusion. So this is why I'm getting you. Like you got to heal you. You have to forgive you about this, Samantha, because this is about that dishonesty, that masking, that self-delusion. So it's like you knew what was going on too, and you accepted it. Um, but you also allowed what was happening to judge you as well, like to judge yourself. Um, so this came in the reverse though. And so again, this is a past thing. So it's like bringing these up. Yes. Changing your worth. Yeah. So it's like bringing it up, right? It's like this stuff was in the past. He was doing dirt and you were allowing it. You were talking yourself. You know what I'm saying? So these two things were in the past. They are upside down. They are in the reverse. So they're present. So you're having a chance to walk into the life that you want with your eyes wide open this time. So you have to make the decision of, do I allow, like you have to make that decision, right? Because here's the other thing. And this was really interesting because then as you had talked, I was like, wait, what? So yes, forgiveness is the main focus, exactly. But it also says Oshun the seductress. So there's sensuality. So there is attraction. And at the end of it, it says the word feminine power. And so I'm trying to, I'm focusing on that last one because it is saying you have power. You're not powerless. You're not powerless in this. Okay. So you do have the ability to say yes, and you do have the ability to say no. And you do have the ability to say, oh, I'll play, but that's as far as I'm gonna let it go. Like you get to do you. Okay. And then the final card here is a shun of miracles. You see that? You hold the power, child. You got all the power, all the light. It's all radiating from you. And the problem with you having the light is that, girl, mosquitoes and moths and stuff, they're attracted to all of that. Okay? So remember that you are the light, so you can attract people who want that warmth, who want to get some of that residual. But the other thing that I want you to say, I want to point out to you here is that the keyword here, and first of all, this is a 43 card. So 44 plus 3 is 7. So this is a very divine card. And so it says divine synchronicity, unexpected blessings, and hope. So, and hope is this little butterfly. Like the world could be all these big, dangerous shadows and bad creatures and things, but that hope is just this beautiful butterfly that gets to change and gets to morph. And it came from a caterpillar. So the old self had to die in order to be this, right? And so that is this is what I'm saying. So if you look at this, you have your own light and it's in your hands. And I think you right? So um that's another way to be using that power. You create. That's another way to be using that power. Because it is about you having healing in your hands. And that's another reason what attracts people. People who are natural healers attract a lot of wounded and broken people. We just do, right? And a lot of times we think it's on us to save the world because we have the ability to. But no. Okay, not always. So you need to be focused again on paying attention to what is divine, paying attention to what is aligned, right? What is a road bump? what is an obstacle, but what is this this beautiful part of your journey. And the other thing here is it feels like also leaning into your intuition, because if you notice, her eyes are closed. So she's not getting distracted by what she can see and what's around her. She is fully tuned in to her own what do you call it? Her own intuition. She's listening to herself. She's creating her own power. And so this is where you are when it comes down to Alexander, is that you have the choice. You have the choice of how far you want this to go. Okay? So there is some self-forgiveness that needs to happen. But again, you're walking in eyes wide open this time. And so you get to choose how far you want this to go. Okay? You said this was your first read? I'm glad you enjoyed it. So Alejandro is a no. Um, but yes, Alexander is whatever you feel like doing, girl. Whatever you feel like doing. Thank you for choosing me to be your first reader. I appreciate that. Okay, so did you have a follow-up question to that, or are we good? All right, y'all. It's 8:30, so I'll do like 27 more minutes. Um, I'm about to go back to yes, no questions in a second. I'm trying to see if she has a follow-up to her fuller read. The fuller reads are $22 if you are interested. That's when we break out these beauties, the Oshun oracles, because they tell a beautiful story. So if you want to get the full read, you click the face. I think you click the face again, and then I think it brings up a link. And there are different ways to handle that under there. All right, so Roxanne, I'm trying to see first if Samantha had another question regarding the one she just asked. Do you have any follow-up questions, Samantha, to the one you just asked? Thank y'all for following. Ah. Okay. Hello. Let's see. I love these. All right. I'm just trying to see if Samantha had any follow-up questions, and then we're going to get to the yes/no question. I really don't understand why people do that. Oh, you did submit one? Where did I see it? Did I see it? Is that a question? It says here Keegan was a guy I was dating and passed in 2011. I don't see a question. Oh, okay. Okay, that gets into the mediumship of things. And I would actually need more time for that. And it's not related to this one. Yeah, I would have to switch into like mediumship mode for that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that takes, like, I would have to like completely go in and take time, because then I have to listen, and that's deeper than what we're doing right now. But thank you. All right, so we got 24 minutes left. So thank you, Samantha. Other than that, I hope you're good to go. Um, thank you. Okay, so let's get into yes, no questions. Now, if anyone does book a fuller read, you have like 2 more minutes to book one. If you do, let me know, because I am going to get off. It's 8:30. All right, so TY says, will this be a financially successful week for my business? Let me have your first name. Tawana? Okay. Will this be a financially successful week for Tawana? Will this be a financially successful week for Tawana? Why do I have this song in my head? Okay, get out my head. Hold on. Oh gosh, I forgot how to swallow water. That's embarrassing. Okay, will this be a successfully financially blah, 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 financially successful week for Tawana's business? Okay. Will this be a financially successful week for Tawana's business? Okay, so first off, I heard no, because it depends on how you define success. Because success looks different. But it's funny because when I heard this, I just heard, but if you tend your garden, and then that's the card that just popped out for you. So it says here, pretty much, yes, if you tend your garden. So that is investment. Sorry. That is investment, long-term vision, patience, perseverance, and waiting. So how can I trust the process and be patient in my financial journey? Um, so it's a yes card, but it's asking you for patience. So I don't know if it's necessarily the it's the Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to show you in a second. It's the Seven of Pentacles, but it feels like not necessarily the week, maybe a little bit longer. It feels like, well, not feels like, but it's saying have patience. So putting time on it is going to make it feel unsuccessful, but ultimately it will be successful, is what I'm getting. Yeah, because I'm starting to get the goosebumps about it. It's so you have to remember, things aren't on your time; it's on God's time, however you define God. But it's on the divine creator's time, not yours, because it's about alignment, right? So you could be successful out of alignment, and then you hate yourself or you get sick or whatever. But when it's for you and it's the path for you and it's a purpose for you, it's going to flow. But again, still the flow would be by divine timing. So just have patience. Um, don't be stuck on the time is what's being asked. Because it's almost harvest season, but you have that pentacle. You have one seed that's still not, like, you're missing it. So there's something that's still not fully aligned yet. Everything else is growing on a bush, getting ready to be harvested, but you have that one that you're not even paying attention to. So make sure that you have all your things aligned, everything, any funnels that you need to have. Your social media stuff needs to be already ready to go so that you're not scrambling and trying to pick up what's not in place. Um, and I'm hearing very strongly that you have to be willing to talk to people. You have to be willing to um, be your biggest fan and talk to people. Like, let people know you have stuff. Yeah. Okay. So, again, basically, your success is going to be predicated on the work that you put in, but don't have timing placed on it, because if you have the expectation of a timing on it, you're going to find yourself being disappointed. Whereas what I'm getting is it's coming. So if it doesn't happen in your timing, you don't need to be quitting. You need to just keep tending and see what's not fully planted yet. Does that make sense? Is that aligning? Does that resonate? Okay. Awesome, Tawana. Have a great one. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, yes, definitely. Perfect. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hearting me up. I appreciate it. Rosing me up. I'm sorry. Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, and we got subscribers, y'all. Okay, so for my subscribers, today is Saturday, but on I was gonna say we're gonna do a subscriber only reading. Let me think of when we're gonna do it, because I'm on different time. I'm on the East Coast, so I need to see what works. Grand Rising. I need to see what other people need. KCMR, you're Carrie Ann. Okay. So I'm going to take a question from YouTube, and then we have 15 minutes to do questions. We have one more minute for a fuller reading. If you are going to grab a fuller reading, we have one more minute, because I'm not going to be on here very long. I've been on here 2 hours already. Get out. I've been on here 2 hours. Oh, wow. Okay. So, what was I saying? All right. So, Carrie Ann and Nixon. Carrie Ann and Nixon. Hold on. I have to set a new goal. All right. So, we're moving back to the teaching cards. I call them teaching cards because this is how I'm learning what the cards mean. And I really like these. They have yes, no. That's how we're doing the yes, no questions. But they also give us some leading questions to try to put us in the space of it. So Carrie Ann asked, will my ex Nixon and I be friends in the future? Okay. I'm getting goosebumps about that one. I don't know why. I just got that all the way over here. Will Carrie Ann and Nixon be friends in the future? You can see into the future. Is that her? No. Don't give me 3. Give me 1 card. That's so Raven. All right. Will Carrie Ann and Nixon be friends in the future? What are you doing? Wow, really? What? I can only answer. It's yes, no. So I'm only doing 1 question, 1 card. The fuller readings are the ones that are. Yeah, I had the goosebumps all the way. Like, I still do. Like, they started creeping up when I read that. So let's see what comes up. That means it's a good question. Um, I guess something to answer. Maybe that's like the way it's supposed to go. I'm trying to see. Like I'm not hearing anything, but that's because I'm getting tired. 1 second. Yay, y'all! I drank water good. Okay. Okay, and next to be friends in the future. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this card is a no card. It's about choosing wisely, right? It's about choosing wisely. So I don't know if you can see this. There we go. So this is the 7 of Cups, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but each cup has something different within it. And some of these things are good, and some of these are not so good. And so you want to make sure that you don't have a tendency to choose what's bad for you just because I don't know. I was going to say just because it looks good, but that's not it. Because that's what you ho ho ho. This is going in the wrong place, but I'm going to say what I heard. Okay. I'm going to say what I heard. Y'all just go with it. Hello, divinely. Um okay. We got to be careful not to choose choices just because we feel that's what we deserve or that's all we deserve. In other words, um, there are better choices out there, but we keep coming back to what's comfortable and we keep coming back to what what loves us the way that we love ourselves, right? What does us the way that we do ourselves. So, um, it's an interesting thing, um, but this depends on you. Let me put it that way. So everything always comes back to self. By the way, y'all, in case y'all haven't noticed, it always comes back to you. How you do you, how you treat you. Everything always comes back to you. So even when we're talking about whether or not you're going to get with somebody or somebody's going to return or something of that nature, it's really is that in your better is that in your best good, is that in your highest good? And oftentimes what I have noticed so far is it's not. So I'm hardly ever going to um, give you a sugar coated reading, right? So what yeah, you say it makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. Thank you so much for the gifts. Right? The Wiley got it. Yeah, like mm-mm. Like, I don't know. So what I'm saying is this cup, this you see there's 7 cups and there's a dragon in one, there's a beheaded head in another one, there's a I don't even know what it is in one, there's a serpent coming out of one, and then there is um jewelry, accomplishment or triumph, like a little laurel, and then I don't know what the other one is, a castle, a tower, or something. And so, other words, like we're looking at these choices like they were all equal, and they're not all equal choices, but we're like they're of equal, they're equal, they're not equal. So it's really about you choosing what you feel like you deserve, or you choosing what you feel like is all that you deserve. I keep getting that I need to make that distinction that you feel like that's all that you deserve. Exactly. Like just yeah. Some is good, but we tend to gravitate towards what we feel like is all that we deserve. And please understand, ooh, this is for you, babe. Please understand that you can reach higher. You can reach for more. And I'm not getting that that person is that for you. It's a no, babe. It's a no. It's a no card, okay? Oh Lord. It's hard with the my background being blocked. All right. Thank you for co-signing my fellow spirit sister. Thank you, divinely, especially with the fofo because that's been my since I turned 44. That number has followed me everywhere. All right, so we got 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. so I am not doing any more fuller reads because I am going to be getting off in a second. All right, so I hope that resonated with you, Carrie Ann. Let me know if it did. All right, so let's take a yes/no question. Thank you for following me. I need to follow you back. Real one. I need you to type a question. It's a yes/no question only. I was doing fuller reads earlier, but I'm getting ready to get off soon in the next 8 minutes. But if you'd like to have a full read, that's not $22. I'm talking about a full read, 1 hour, you and me. You could follow the link and do a full read. If you want to get like one of my $22 live fuller reads for one question, you can catch me the next time I'm live. All right. So, Lisa, and because I'm getting off, I'm going to go ahead and do these relationship questions, but I don't do relationship questions, y'all. That's internal stuff. Y'all really got to go in for that. I do not do relationship questions because people have their own energy, their own free will. Wait, did you get a fuller read, Divinely? You have to let me know if you did. Who was I just reading? Why am I liking my own line? Who was I just reading? Okay. Was it Lisa? I don't know. I don't even know who this is attached to. So I'm going to put that back in there. Oh, hey, love. I don't know what y'all going through. Okay, so Lisa said, "Are new beginnings coming in for me?" We're always having new beginnings. So can you give me a more tailored question? Okay. Can you give me a more? Oh, then maybe that was for you. I'm sorry, it's gone. Because that makes sense with your new question, actually. Okay, so it's a breakthrough coming. See, that makes sense for you. I'm sorry, baby. I lost your card. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it'll come back. That was for you. Kind of like, what this got to do with relationships? I'm sorry. I can't even remember what it was. It was Pentacles. So that was monies. Monies. Oh, girl, I don't even remember. All right. Let's go. So Lisa just asked, is a breakthrough on the way for her? Let's see. Is a breakthrough on the way? Oh man, I just got a strong hell yes. Hold on, but let's see. Is a breakthrough? Look what I say. Thank you, Divine. What I say. Look, Lisa. It says the Fool. So the Fool is a hell yeah. This is a hell yeah card. This is I don't see the BS. This is keeping my eyes up on my goals, on where I'm trying to go, on what I'm trying to get to. You're not looking down, even if it looks precarious, even if it looks like like he's walking on the mountain and he could see like the holes and stuff, like, he can't see that he's gonna fall off. Like this is one of those of like, you need to be Delulu. This is a Delulu card. Be actively Delulu. Exactly. And so it says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You must take the leap into the unknown. But the timing is when you least expect it. The timing is, Lisa, when you least expect it. Okay. So don't be over there like it's got to come when I say. This is one of those in divine timing. Okay. And so this is new beginnings. This is spontaneity, learning how to say yes to things, even in fear, freedom and optimism. So This is saying, what risks are you willing to take? So you're asking, will there be breakthrough? It's asking, are you trying to break through? Are you willing to do what it takes to do the hard work to get through the soil? That's what it's asking you. Thank you so much. Heck yeah, I believe. Yes, 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 yes. But you got to do the work though. You got to do the active work of keeping your eyes up to the divine and not allowing anything to get in your way, to get in, to let that negativity feed into your life. You don't have time for that. Been negative. Time to keep going positive. All right, so let's see what we can get. What we can get. Is Ghazi Tamor a player? Is Ghazi Tamor a player? Is Ghazi Tamor a player? That doesn't feel like the correct question, but we're going to go with it. Is Ghazi Tamor, not getting any goosebumps whatsoever. So that doesn't feel like the right question for your life. It feels like you should not be focusing on anyone else right now in this time. Isha, it feels like you really should not be paying attention to anyone else. Now that got me goosebumps. Okay. But let's ask this question. Is Ghazi Tamor a player? Is Ghazi, it's way too early, right? Is Ghazi Tamor, oops, nope, one card please. Is Ghazi Tamor, and that card says, maybe. Oh, wow. And it's funny. So this is the Two of Wands, right? So, I'm sorry, I'm making sure you can see it. It says, this is the Two of Wands. It's a big old maybe. And it says, the world is yours to conquer. But first, you must decide which path to take. So again, like I said, what the message I was receiving was, you worried about the wrong thing. That's the message I received, is you're worried about the wrong thing. So this says, yeah, maybe he is a player. What's it to you? Are you going to spend your whole life looking for him, or are you going to, like live, right? So it says, how can you make a decision that aligns with your long-term goals? Is worrying about this guy or whoever a long-term goal of yours? Probably not. I should hope not, right? Oh, thank y'all. So it's a maybe. It's up to you. It's your choice. Are you gonna spend your time sitting and waiting and looking and hoping and holding the world in your hands instead of exploring it, or are you going to focus on you? Because that's what it's saying. You got to decide what path you want to take. It's maybe. It's not even a yes, no. It's a maybe. I hope that makes sense for you. Yep, definite fork in the road. That's exactly it. It's not freedom. Yep. Oh my gosh. Woo, thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It is 9 o'clock, so I am gonna hop off. Divinely guided, we gotta connect. I feel like you and I have to connect. Can you send me a message so I don't forget? And so if you guys are interested in these cards, they are there in my shop or in my showcase. I'm getting ready to log off. I appreciated all 2.5 hours with you. I should be back on. I can't tell you when. I like to tell myself I'll be on by midnight, but I have to talk myself into going live. Y'all don't understand. People think we're out. Well, I can't speak for anybody else. People think that those of us who do this work, we're all shysters. We're trying to take y'all for stuff. I'm always scared that I can't answer the question. So it takes me hours to log on to go live. It's partially social anxiety, but it's like I need to make sure I get this stuff right. So I pray, I ask God to use me as a vessel. I ask God to send me the aligned people who I can help heal. And so I'll sit down at midnight going, all right, I'm going to go live at midnight. And then 6 o'clock hits. And it's like, push the button already, okay? So it's I won't say it's scary. It's just y'all understand. This work is like I've had people jumping on here I've had to block who have been saying some very negative things to me in the name of God. And I'm like, you and I do not believe in the same God. Definitely. Because I believe in a God of love. You believe in a God of just judgment. So we don't believe in the same God, I can tell. Matter of fact, I don't even think you believe in God. I think you believe in you. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. It's scary, bro. But you know what's funny is Tyler Henry, who's been doing this work for about 10 years. Yeah, because he's about 28 now or something. He's been doing this work for about 10 years. He has proof over and over again from his TV shows and his own things. He has proof that he is gifted, and he has proof that he's not the devil because the devil, according to the scripture, steals, kills, destroys. This work, like what the real ones do, we're out here healing. We heal. It's crazy. It's crazy how much people judge you just because they're afraid that there's something bigger than they know. Anyway, yeah, it's weird. It's like how do you put God in a box or God in a book and say nothing else exists? But it's like God existed before a 2,000-year-old book. And I always wonder, like, what do they think about Peter, Paul, and then whoever else wrote in the book, James, and all them, when they go, "Yeah, I heard from God today." People had to be like, "You crazy? That's demonic. Let's throw you in jail." Oh man, yeah, I've been hearing from God since I was a child. Since I was a child, I am just now embracing it. But since I was a child, right? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? David just sitting up in jail writing what you writing? What God told me to tell you. Not David, Peter. Anyway, it's funny. Like for me, God's bigger than a book. Anyway, love y'all so much. But it just